Neighborhood Orchestra Spotlight, also known as YNO Spotlight. My name is Deanna Glenn, and I'm here with Elizabeth Kowalski, who is the founder and executive director of Charlotte New Music, the reason that we're here today, and the founder of Your Neighborhood Orchestra. So, Elizabeth, how does it feel to be the creator of these impactful things of Charlotte?
Well, I'm glad that you think it is impactful. I hope that it would be, and it feels incredible to be able to have like this pull, this feeling of needing to do something, and an amazing group of people that just developed relationships with over time. That we all kind of are on the same page about the mission and what we're all doing, and it's a real honor to be to be allowed to lead, and I don't take it lightly. So it's very it means a lot to me to be at the to be the one kind of spearheading some of the stuff that we're doing, and to be working with such amazing artists and creators, and it's not just me on this whole thing, but it did take a lot of not listening to people, a lot of not listening about how hard things would be, and just doing it because I just felt like it needed to exist,
So, for people who may not know, could you describe Charlotte New Music?
Yeah, so Charlotte New Music, it supports the access, presentation, education, bringing it to the people of contemporary music and art, by some of the most innovative people in town. And I just knew it had to exist back in the day because, I was in grad school, around 2010, 2011, and I was coming back here. I went to UNC Greensboro for grad school in music composition. And I would just come back here and people would ask me what I did, and I would say I'm a composer, and they were like, oh, those still exist, or oh, those are still alive, and I'm like, oh God, this is a big problem. Like, how are we going to have any opportunities? And it really was like a cultural desert back then. There was no opportunities, and I was like, I really just want to stay with my family. I don't want to leave like a lot of people are doing. I don't want to go work, odd job here and there, and I want to do what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing, and I want to build a scene that people like me and myself could live and work in and not have to leave our families. So that's kind of like what's been going on.
So what type of artist would you describe yourself as?
That's a good question. Oh boy.
What are some of your talents?
Yeah.
For music,
Thank you.
Art,
yeah.
and all that.
So I started out playing piano and singing from a young age, and then I picked up the flute in middle school band, and then I just kind of kept doing those things, got really serious about piano, majored in piano in undergrad, had an injury that kind of made me go into composition. Ended up picking up piano and singing together a bit more down the road from that, and kind of writing, improvising, playing flute, improvising, bringing my flute on my travels wherever I went. It just fits in the backpack. So I've become a lot more exploratory, and I just kind of, that comes out in whatever I pick up to express it through, and and my background and everything I've been through, that comes out in my music. So it's really, whether that's piano or flute or singing, or composing or just designing a whole festival, it's all coming out through my collaborators, through me, this whole kind of exploratory and adventurous, I like to call it, approach.
One thing that I really love about the work that you do and the work that you put out is that with your background, it's something made from art, made from an artist for other artists, for other people to enjoy, as opposed to the latter where it's just some random person like commercializing and being like, oh, well, like this will just make a lot of money and you should just go for it. But this is a more genuine experience. And I feel like with how genuine you are, with how you love music, that really bleeds into the experience that people have at the other side of your creations.
I think it's important, and I think it's important that, you know, more artists kind of take leadership in their fields and really feel the responsibility of us as our own artists and as representatives of our gifts, you know, to bring it to the people for real. Like, I feel like, you know, there's been a lot of people that see the value in what we do, and, you know, they're just, like you said, commercializing it, but they don't have that intimate experience and knowledge and reason for why we do what we do. They don't understand it quite like we do actually doing it. So it's not quite the same, but, you know, I think there's a lot of room for collaboration in those areas, but hopefully we'll start to see more of that.
All right, so this is kind of a double-headed question, but what are some of your muses, and how do you get your muse to the paper communicated?
Right, that's a great question. I would say nature is one of them. Just the questioning. I do a lot of thought work, and I didn't know that this was a big part of my process until a couple years ago. But and I like to be outside. I like to be in nature. I like to just wait for, you know, nobody taught me how to do a lot of what I do. Nobody opened doors. Nobody just said, this is what you're supposed to do. Nobody gives me a list of things to do every day. Like, nothing happens like that. So it's all just me kind of figuring it out the hard way. But, you know, making space and emptiness, giving myself some emptiness, sitting outside by a river, sitting, you know, on a mountain, whatever it is. I'm allowing space for these, you know, this thought work to kind of happen. And nature is a great facilitator, because I realize, you know, it just, you look around and you really feel why we're here. Like, you know what I mean? So, and you want to kind of share that too. So I feel like that's been a big one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So can you tell a little about some of your works?
Yeah. So I think that my work ranges from just me improvising. I personally, these days, as of the last few years, I don't really like playing other people's music unless we're sitting there together and I'm feeling it. But you know, I really like to improvise with other people in their groups, or my own stuff, write my own things, facilitate my ideas coming to other people, and kind of like in a way that would lift them up, you know, like the music I write, I tell, like, you're in the orchestra, I tell you guys, these are suggestions. If you hear something that's even better than what's on the page, go for it. But, you know, this is the best I could do for you. This is my gift, you know, like, so, so that's my work, but it also, you know, goes over into, I call it experience design, whether I'm designing a musical experience or a big festival experience. It kind of ranges from small to large scale, whatever I have to do in the timelines that I make for myself. But to me, it's just a fascinating switching of scale, you know, and I honestly really don't think I want to not do that. You know, I enjoy that diversity and the kind of work that I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So whenever you are not creating music, what do you do in your free time?
Oh, man.
Like, what free time?
No. I've been getting better about having free time. I go through stints where I'm like working a lot, but not like I used to. And, you know, so nowadays, you know, I go take a walk, go to another town, go out in my own town, meet people, talk to people, dance, love moving around. And yeah, any kind of other art, whether it's a paint night or going to museums. I love museums. I love going to hear all kinds of music, just exploring. If it's exploratory, I mean, I'll go do it. I'll go rent a van in Colorado and drive around and camp in the van. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just love, I had a motorcycle for years. I was doing that, but now I have an ankle injury the last few years, so I haven't been able to get on there. But I was going all over the place on that thing, like to Alaska, around South America,
Wow.
Bringing my flute, playing with all kinds of people, you know what I mean? So, and all of that just kind of seeps into how I approach everything I do.
Can you share one of your favorite experiences from whenever you were traveling?
Yeah. So, actually, I had gone originally with a couple friends, and we got separated. We started out in Bogota, but we had purchased motorcycles there and started in Bogota.
Bogota where?
Colombia.
Okay.
And we got in between, it was Medellin. We had just left Medellin. We were going through a town called Pereira, and we were going towards Cali. But we were supposed to stop somewhere, I forget where, but we were getting run around the city. The GPS was not really working. And so we stopped on the side of the road. My friends took off, and I'm like, I wasn't ready to go yet. And I thought they'd come back, but like 15 minutes went by and nobody was there, and I'm like, shoot. So I was like, well, I'll just try to find this place we're supposed to be at, this hostel. And anyway, so it started getting dark, it started raining, and my phone died. And and I'm like, this is a disaster. And, I stopped at one of these love hostels, where you can rent the room by the hour. And I'm like, so there was a taxi driver there. I'm like, can you just, take me to this place? I'll pay you like I'm riding in your taxi. And he was like, oh, it's easy. And everything's in Spanish, So he's like, it's easy. You go to the toll, you make a left, you go around the mountain, and you do all this stuff. I'm like, okay, all right, I'll do that. And because I asked the price to stay there, and it was just kind of like, I was like, I already paid for this other place, shoot. So anyway, I go, and it was dark, it was raining, thundering, lightning, and I could barely see, and we're going around mountains, and I had to wait for a car to get in front of me because my headlight wasn't that strong. And so my helmet's fogging up, I'm like crying. And so lo and behold, there was a toll. The toll finally appeared. So I was like, okay, well, there's the first checkpoint. Now I hope if I go left like he told me, hopefully I remember right, hopefully that's still the right way.
Right.
Did it, going up a mountain, wait for another car to get in front of me so I could see a little better. And I saw the sign that I think I remembered the hostel being called, but it was this long dirt road into this field. Oh God, no. I think I have to go down that. Now, the thing that made me go, I just saw some two, average looking people walking out of the road, and I'm like, well, all right, there's people there, so it's not just nothing, All right, cool. So go down the road, the dirt road, and 10 p.m. in the mountains, So I'm going down, and there's a hostel there. They said it wasn't the hostel I was supposed to be at. It was another kilometer down. And I'm like, oh, okay, almost there. Okay, so I get there. It was one of my favorite places. The guy who owned the hostel is a motorcyclist / musician, and he owned a little restaurant in town. The town there, and above the restaurant, he housed musicians that would play a few nights a week. So he said, they're going to play tomorrow, you should go over there, bring your flute, whatever. So I did, and that was one of the best musical experiences I've ever had, because we jammed for 4 hours, and everybody stayed in the restaurant. It was this amazing experience. So that band invited me to record on their album in Cali, Colombia, and I was going there next anyway. So yeah great.
Wow, I love how that worked out.
It did.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, and we're still all friends. Like I just played flute a couple years ago on another song they sent me to record on. So it was cool.
It's crazy how it all like came together. I was like a little nervous at the beginning. I was like, I was like, this is your favorite memory. Everything kind of sounds not
disastrous.
Like your favorite.
It wasn't. It was one of the worst at the moment.
But then like looking back,
no.
If all that didn't happen, then you wouldn't have had that experience.
And I was so mad at my friends. I was like, I'm going to stay here an extra day. Like, I'm not joining up with you guys for another couple of days. I'm so mad. Like, but this is the best place I've been so far, and you guys are missing out.
Yeah. All right. I want to ask about your hair. I don't meet people every day who have purple hair, but this is like a trademark.
It is.
So I want to know, is there like a background story about your purple hair? Or you just like the color purple?
I love the color purple. I've tried other colors on my hair. This one stays pretty good, and I've learned how to work with it. I've had it for about 5 years, but like the real champion behind my purple hair is my sister. She has the Harrisburg Salon over by the Speedway, and so I teach her little girl piano, and she does my purple hair, and I go get it repurpled like every 3 or 4 months.
Very cool.
So we've had a good working relationship. I just go in there and I'm just like, do whatever you need to do, you know. And she does amazing work. So, cool. But yeah, I love the purple. It's been super fun to just have purple hair. I love it.
Hey,
yeah,
that's awesome. All right, so we're gonna start wrapping things up.
Yeah,
and I have a little quiz for you.
Sure.
Which famous fictional teacher are you? So the little blurb says, from Snape to Miss Frizzle, pop culture has given us a lot of amazing teachers. Which one are you? All right. What subject would you teach? Math, English, science, music, literature, or chemistry?
Wow. Okay. Two people come to mind. One, when you said Frizzle.
Oh, no, that's just the little...
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a teacher on a computer game I played, probably in the late 90s. It was, she would take the magic school bus.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, that's Frizzle.
Yeah. No, she would probably be one of them, for sure.
Well, you have to answer the subject you would teach.
The subject I would teach.
Math, English, science, music, literature, or chemistry.
I mean, probably music.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can teach everything through that, I think. Like, you know,
true.
It is. Like, I mean, the whole world can be taught through music, you know, and that's the cool thing about it, too, is, like, you know, even with my students nowadays, it's, we talk about so many things as it relates to music or history and purpose, like, literally everything, math, so it's pretty cool.
On the first day of school, you jump right into the class material, play a movie, ask students for their food, rip up the syllabus, go on a field trip, or embarrass yourself in front of the class.
Sounds about right.
Which one?
Oh, all of it. So this is the first day.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me the order of the things that would happen in the day, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. All of it. Not ask the students for the food, though.
You just have to choose one, yeah.
I wish I could go on a field trip the first day of school, but...
Well, this is like your ideal, you know.
I mean, maybe we'd go outside the school and be outside, you know.
All right, so go on a field trip?
Totally.
All right. What kind of students irritate you? All of them? The ones who don't follow their dreams? Know-it-alls? Teachers' pets? The lazy smart ones, or the ones that don't want to learn?
So, my philosophy is, if you're that good, you should be able to reach just about everybody on that list, you know? Can I see that list one more time? So, know-it-alls are a little hard because they're the least open, but you know, it's just about how you approach things to make them realize that it's a little bit more than what you know. Like, but you know, I think there's a lot of ways to approach each one of these types. But teachers' pets, those irritate me because like the teachers just like kind of enable.
So it's the teacher's pet.
Yeah.
All right. Your teaching motto is 1, stick it to the man. 2, always. 3, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. 4, carpe diem. 5, I don't need a blackboard or a classroom to set an example. 6, I'm a pusher. I push people.
Well, let me see. I have to see things for some reason. I like the take chances one, but I'm curious what you think I would be.
I was kind of in between take chances, I don't need a blackboard, and carpe diem.
That's cool.
So take chances.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. If you weren't teaching, you'd be a or an guidance counselor, poet, actor, I'd still be a teacher, wizard, or a musician.
Okay, I feel like if I was a wizard, I could be also a musician.
Yeah.
But if I'm a musician, I'm not. I'm a little bit of a wizard, but
yeah,
wizard would be cool.
A wizard?
Yeah.
All right. Your essential classroom item is a potions list, a guitar, chalk, a book, a key to the school bus, or a DVD player.
Say those one more time, B.
A potions list, a guitar, chalk, a book, a key to the school bus, or a DVD player.
Potions list.
Potions list. We're really on this wizard thing. How would you respond to a question you can't answer? Admit you don't always know the answer. Ask them what they think the answer is. Pretend you know the answer. Explain it's not covered in the syllabus. Sigh and glare at them, or take them on a field trip to find the answer.
It's a tie between ask them and take them on a field trip to find the answer, because I do like opening up the conversation. So, field trip.
Field trip. What is your approach to discipline? Have a big assembly? Talk it out? Detention? I just don't care? Help them learn from their failures, or a field trip? Everything that's like Miss Frizzle is definitely Miss Frizzle.
Oh my god. The approach to discipline. Can I see?
Yep.
Definitely not a big assembly. Definitely not. Don't care. Talking it out, and sometimes it works. Usually it works, but help them learn. That includes talking. Detention. Yeah, sometimes. Field trip sometimes. Shoot.
And this isn't like
I know.
the end all be all, but
no. Maybe help them learn.
Help them learn. Why are you a teacher? To help students tap into their creativity, to help students reach their potential. My students inspire me. It pays the bills. I like power quite a bit, or it's rewarding to watch students learn.
The potential is cool.
To reach their potential?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see which teacher you are. That's my drum roll. You are Miss Frizzle from the Magic School Bus.
So
all right.
Funny.
You are free-spirited and wacky. One of your best qualities is that you inspire others to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
True.
All right. Last comment. Do you just before we go, do you have your social media handles or anything that you would like to share?
Yes, the social media handles across the board are ePianoQueen, and those are my personal ones, but if you want to follow what the big picture is of Charlotte New Music, you can just find that across the board at Charlotte New Music. And then Your Neighborhood Orchestra has their own channels as well.
Thank you so much for joining today and answering those questions. It was so much fun.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget to follow what Your Neighborhood Orchestra is doing, what Charlotte New Music is doing, and we hope to see you around at our events. Don't forget to talk to Elizabeth if you see her.
Thank you.
Bye.